FBM friends have been requesting how to do number and letter patterns, so today I'm going to show you how to do that using our downloadable pattern grids available at myfbm.com. I'll be demonstrating using the 1D pattern for all of our One Direction superfans. To begin, download our pattern grid and print it out. The grid allows you to make 4 different bracelets. When you're ready to design your bracelet, simply take a pen or a marker and you can X out where you want your letters or numbers to be. Today I'm going to share with you my special One Direction pattern, and you'll also be able to download this pattern at www.myfbm.com to follow along. To create this pattern, you'll need 5 black pre-cut threads and a whole skein of red thread. However, this is a little difficult to work with, so I'm going to use a small spool, which you can also make taking a square of cardboard and making 2 slits at the top. Place one end of your thread into one of the slits and then wrap it around. Once you start to reach the end of your thread, leave out about a foot and then place it into the other slot, and this will be your working thread. Next, take out all of your black threads and line them up and tie the top just like you would a normal friendship bracelet, leaving out the red thread. So you're only tying the black thread. Once you've aligned all of your black threads, fold them in half and tie them in a knot at the top, remembering only to use the black threads. Pull the knot tight, and now you're ready to attach it to your FBM. Secure the knot under the piece clip, make sure it's on tight, and then place the black thread in each thread holder. Each thread holder, 1 through 10, is represented on the grid. At the top, you can see the numbers 1 to 10, and they'll align perfectly with your thread holders, and this is how you'll follow your pattern. Next, to attach the red thread, take the end of it, and you can tie it in a knot above the knot you've already created. A simple double knot will do. The red thread will be your background thread, and the black thread will be the color of your letters or numbers. To create the background, we'll use a simple back and forth pattern. However, as we go back and forth, when you reach an X on your pattern, that's when things get a little bit tricky. To start the background pattern, pick up your red background thread and create a double right-handed knot on your number 1 string, making sure to pull it tight. Place the black back in the number 1, pick up the number 2, and do another double right-handed knot with your red. Black back in the 2, pick up the 3, another double right-handed knot. Place the 3 back, pick up the 4, another double right-handed knot, all the way across. Place the 4 back down, pick up the 5, double right-handed knot, five back down, pick up the 6 for another double right-handed knot. Six back down, pick up the 7, double right-handed knot. Seven back down, pick up the 8, and another double right-handed knot. 8 back down, pick up the 9, double right-handed knot. Place the 9 back, pick up the 10 for your last double right-handed knot. If you ever need more thread on your working string, release it, unwind it a few times, and then place it back in the holder. Now that you've gone all the way across with double right-handed knots, we're going to work back the other way. Pick up the 10 and make a double left-handed knot with the backwards 4 with your red thread. Complete this pattern all the way across, placing the 10 back, picking up the 9 for a double left-handed knot using the red. 9 back down, pick up the 8, use the red for another double left-handed knot. 8 back down, pick up the 7, double left-handed knot using the red. 7 back down, pick up the 6 using the red for another double left-handed knot. 6 back down, pick up the 5, double left-handed knot using the red. 5 back down, pick up the 4, double left-handed knot with the red. 4 back down, pick up the 3, double left-handed knot using the red. 3 down, pick up the 2, double left-handed knot using the red. 2 down, pick up the 1 for a double left-handed knot. Now you've completed your first 2 rows for the background. Simply repeat, going forward on the pattern 1 through 10 with double right-handed knots. When you reach the end, move back 10 to 1 using double left-handed knots. I've gone back and forth about 6 times, but you can create however much background space you'd like. However, when you're ready to start your One Direction pattern, make sure your string is on the left-hand side of your bracelet. To begin our pattern, look at your grid. Moving across, the first X in row number 7 is at the number 2, so that's where things will be different. Number 1 will be the same, making your double right-handed knot. Make sure to pull it tight towards the top. Now the number 2, you have an X and that's where things will change. Use your black string to make your knot and make the opposite knot. Since I'm going across making right-handed knots, I'm going to have to do a left-handed knot. Use the black one on top. Make a double left-handed knot, pulling very tight towards the top. Place your black string back in its holder, and then across the way from 3 all the way to 10, there are no X's, so everything's the same. Pick up the 3 and do a double right-handed knot with your red, pulling tight towards the top. 3 goes back, pick up the 4, double right-handed knot. 4 goes back, pick up the 5 for another double right-handed knot. Five goes back, pick up the 6 for a double right-handed knot, pulling it tight towards the top. 6 goes back, pick up the 7, double right-handed knot. 7 goes back, pick up the 8 for another double right-handed knot. 8 goes back, pick up the 9, double right-handed knot again. 9 goes back, and the last double right-handed knot on the 10. Now when I do my pattern, I like to check off the rows that I've done so I know where to start next time. So when I'm moving back towards the left, I have an X on number 9 and number 2. So at those two spots, I'll reverse my string that I'm using and I'll use the opposite knot, number 9 and number 2. So 10 would be the same with a double left-handed knot. And remember, at number 9, we have an X, so things are different. We're going to use a different string, using the black one to make our pattern. And since I was doing left-handed knots, I'm going to reverse the knot and do a right-handed knot. So do a double right-handed knot, pulling it tight towards the top, and place the black string back. Everything stays the same until the 2 when we have another X. So pick up the number 8 for a double left-handed knot. Place the 8 back, pick up the 7 for a double left-handed knot. Pick up the 7 for another double left-handed knot, just working our way back. 7 goes back, picking up the 6 for a double left-handed knot. Pick up the 5 for another double left-handed knot. Pick up the 4 for a double left-handed knot. Four down, pick up the 3 for a double left-handed knot. And remember, now that we hit the 2, there's an X there, so things are reversed. We'll be working with the black string, and since we are doing left-handed knots, we're going to do a right-handed knot. Use your black on top to create your 4 and create your double right-handed knot. Place the black back in the holder, pick up the number 1 for a double left-handed knot using your red again. Now I'll check off the next row that we created. And next, from the 2 to the 9 are all going to be reversed for our pattern because there are X's on here. So the number 1 stays the same with a double right-handed knot. You can pull your strings at the bottom to keep your pattern tight. And remember, the 2 to the 9 will be reversed because we have X's. So you'll be making your knots with your black string. Since we normally do right-handed knots, when we move to the right, we'll be using left-handed knots with our black string. Pick up the number 2 and use the black string to make a double left-handed knot, pulling it tight towards the top. Place the black string back in the 2, pick up the number 3, using it on top for a double left-handed knot with your black. Place the 3 back down, pick up the 4 black string and make another double left-handed knot using your black string, pulling it very tight towards the top. Place the black back in the 4, pick up the 5, use your black string to make another double left-handed knot. Black back in the 5, pick up the 6, use the black string to make another double left-handed knot. Place the black back in the 6, pick up the 7, use the black to make another double left-handed knot. Black goes back in the 7, pick up the 8, another double left-handed knot using your black string on top. Black goes back in the 8, pick up the 9, double left-handed knot using the black on top. Black goes back in the 9, and now because there's no X at the 10 goes back to a normal right-handed knot. Use your red string on top and lift up the 10 to make a double right-handed knot. You can check the row you just created. And now when we go back, we only have an X on the number 2 string. Pick up the 10, double left-handed knot using your red, ten goes back, pick up the 9, double left-handed knot using your red, 9 goes back, pick up the 8, double left-handed knot using the red string, 8 goes back, pick up the 7, double left-handed knot with red on top, 7 goes back, pick up the 6, double left-handed knot with the red on top, 6 goes back, pick up the 5, double left-handed knot with the red, 5 goes back down, pick up the 4, double left-handed knot, 4 goes back, pick up the 3, double left-handed knot. Now remember, we have an X on our 2, so it reverses again. We were doing left-handed knots, so we're going to do the opposite with the black string. Pick up your black string and do a double right-handed knot, remembering to pull it tight towards the top. Place the black back down, and because there's no X on the 1, it's the same as always. Do a double left-handed knot using your red string. Now you can check off because you've completed your next row. One more row and you've completed your 1. We only have an X on the 2 one more time. 1 is the same, doing a double right-handed knot using your red. Remember, the 2 has an X, so it's reversed. We were doing right-handed knots moving to the right, so you're going to use your black to make a double left-handed knot. Placing your black back in the number 2. There's no more X's, so everything will stay the same. Pick up the 3 for a double right-handed knot, using the red on top. Three goes back, pick up the 4, double right-handed knot. Four goes back, pick up the 5 for a double right-handed knot. Five goes back, pick up the 6, double right-handed knot. Put the 6 back, pick up the 7, double right-handed knot. Seven goes back, and then pick up the 8 for another double right-handed knot using the red on top. Pulling it tight towards the top. 8 goes back, pick up the 9 for a double right-handed knot. 9 goes back, pick up the 10 for a double right-handed knot. And then you can check off that row. And if you look, for the next 2 rows are blank. So you're going to move all the way back using double left-handed knots and then come all the way back again using double right-handed knots. And then we can start the D. So remember, all the way across, this is going to be double left-handed knots using the red string. Pick up the 10, double left-handed knot, red on top the whole way across. 10 goes down, pick up the 9, double left-handed knot. 2 goes back, pick up the 1, double left-handed knot, red on top. Put the 1 back, and now you can check off your empty row. If you see, we need one more line of background, and then we can start the D. Remember, all the way across this time, we'll be doing right-handed knots. You can get more string if you need to. Pick up the 1 using the red on top, double right-handed knot. One goes back, pick up the 2, double right-handed knot. Replace the 9, and then a double right-handed knot on the 10. Now you can see you've completed your 1. Check your next empty space, and we'll be moving back to create the D. Look on this line, the next line, we have 9 through number 2, all have X's, so we'll be reversing the string and the knot. Number 10 stays the same with a double left-handed knot. Two through 9 are all going to be reversed. So pick up the number 9 string and use your black string to make a double right-handed knot. Remember to use opposite string, opposite knot. Pulling tight towards the top, replace the 9, pick up the 8, use the black string to make a double right-handed knot, tight towards the top, replace the 8, pick up the 7 to make another double right-handed knot using your black thread. Pulling it tight towards the top. Replace the 7, pick up the 6, use the black again to make a double right-handed knot. Black back in the 6, pick up the 5, use your black to make a double right-handed knot. Replace the 5, pick up the 4, another double right-handed knot using your black thread. Pick up the 3, another double right-handed knot using the black thread on top. Remember to pull it very tight towards the top. Replace the 3 and pick up the 2 for a double right-handed knot using your black thread. Replace the black, and then there's no X on the number 1, so we'll do that one just like normal. Use the red string to make a double left-handed knot because we're moving to our left across the line. Now sometimes when you do long lines, you'll see the black string start to pull away. That's okay because when you come back with your next line, it'll push it back towards the top. Put a check on your next line, and now we're ready to move on. On this row, the number 2, 3, 8, and 9 have X's, so that's where we'll reverse. Start, number 1 is normal, double right-handed knot. And remember, the 2 and 3 are reversed, so after replacing the 1, you're going to pick up the 2 to do a double left-handed knot using your black string. Place the black back in the 2, pick up the 3 for another double left-handed knot using the black. Pull it tight towards the top and place the black string back in the 3. Your next X's are an 8 and 9, so we'll continue as usual. Pick up the 4, double right-handed knot using your red string. Place the black back in the 4, pick up the 5, double right-handed knot with red. 5 goes back, pick up the 6, double right-handed knot with the red. 6 goes back, pick up the 7, double right-handed knot with red. And remember, your 8 and 9 have X's, so they'll be reversed. Pick up the number 8 and use it to make a double left-handed knot. Should be knotting with your black string right now. Place the black back in the 8, pick up the 9, and make another double left-handed knot. Place it back in the 9, and there's no X on the 10, so continue. Double right-handed knot on the 10 using the red thread. Now you can check off that row. For the next row of our pattern, we have X's on the 2 and the 9, so that's where we'll reverse the knot. Continue the number 10 as usual, double left-handed knot using your red string on top. Now remember, the 9 has an X, so we're going to reverse the pattern. Pick up the 9, lay it over the top to create a double right-handed knot, pulling it tight towards the top. And now back to the normal pattern. Pick up the 8 and make a double left-handed knot using your red thread. Next, pick up the 7, double left-handed knot. Place the 7 back, pick up the 6, double left-handed knot. Six goes back, pick up the 5, double left-handed knot. Pulling it tight towards the top. 5 goes back, pick up the 4, double left-handed knot. Four goes back, pick up the 3 for another double left-handed knot. Now we have an X on the 2, so we're going to reverse the string and the knot. Pick up the 2 and lay it over the top to create a double right-handed knot. You should be working with your black string. Place the 2 back, and then the number 1 is the same as going across. Double left-handed knot using the red thread. Place the 1 back, and then you can check off the next part of your pattern. You're about halfway through the D. For the next row, at number 3 and number 8, there are X's, so that's where we'll reverse it. Double right-handed knot on the number 1 using the red thread. Pull it tight towards the top. Double right-handed knot on the 2 using the red. Now there's an X on the 3, so we'll reverse the knot and the thread. Pick up the 3 and create a left-handed knot. After your double left-handed knot, place the black back down and continue across with right-handed knots. Pick up the 4, double right-handed knot using the red. Four goes back, pick up the 5, double right-handed knot. Five goes back, pick up the 6 for a double right-handed knot. Six goes back, pick up the 7, double right-handed knot. Seven goes back, pick up the 8, Remember, the 8 has an X on it, so we're going to reverse the knot and the string. Pick up the 8 and lay it across to make a double left-handed knot. Place the 8 back and then continue with double right-handed knots. Red string on top, double right-handed knot on the 9. And the same double right-handed knot on the 10 using the red string. You can check off your row and then see what's next. Line it up for the number 4 has an X and the number 7 has an X. Number 10, double left-handed knot using the red. Number 9, double left-handed knot with red on top. Eight, double left-handed knot, red on top again. And 7 has an X, so reverse the knot. Pick up your 7, lay it across the top to create a double right-handed knot. Pull it tight towards the top, working with your black string. Place the black back in the 7 and continue with double left-handed knots. Pick up the 6, double left-handed knot. Pick up the 5, double left-handed knot. Now on the 4 again, it's reversed. So pick up the black string, pull it over the top for a double right-handed knot. Place the black back in the 4 and continue with double left-handed knots. Pick up the 3, double left-handed knot with the red. Pick up the 2, double left-handed knot with the red. And pick up the 1 for another double left-handed knot. Check off the row you've completed and you have one more row to complete your D. On this one, the 5 and the 6, the knots will be reversed. Now start back up with your double right-handed knots. Pick up the 1, double right-handed knot with the red on top. One goes back, pick up the 2, double right-handed knot. Two goes back, pick up the 3 for another double right-handed knot using your red. Another double right-handed knot using the red on the 4. And now remember, the 5 and 6 are reversed, so if we're doing double right-handed knots, we're going to switch to left. Pick up the 5, put it over your red string to make a double left-handed knot. Pull it tight towards the top and place it back. Pick up the 6 and put it over the top to create another double left-handed knot. For the 5 and the 6, you should be working with your black string. Place the black back in the 6 and finish with double right-handed knots. Pick up the 7, double right-handed knot using the red. Place the 7 back, pick up the 8, double right-handed knot with the red again. Eight goes back, pick up the 9, double right-handed knot, red on top. Nine goes back, pick up the 10 for a double right-handed knot. Now that you've completed the last row of your D, you can make the pattern back and forth to create more filler space. So remember, when you're moving from the left-hand side, it's a continuous row of double left-handed knots. Picking up each string at a time and then putting it back down in the same slot. Complete the pattern going back and forth using either all right-handed knots or all left-handed knots to create as much background space as you want. When you're ready, start at the beginning of the video and repeat the 1D pattern. You can place 1D at the middle of your bracelet, or you can place it a few times. In between each pattern, I made about 15 different rows, but it's up to you to place your 1D either closer together or farther apart. Once your bracelet is about 4.5 inches long, you're ready to finish. Pull the strings from out of the string holders, and you can finish with a simple braid. Once your braid is long enough, you can tie a simple overhand knot on the end. Pull it tight. Then you can cut off your extra string at the top and the string below your knot at the bottom. Unclip your bracelet from the peace sign, and you're ready to show how big of a fan you really are.